y'all about my crazy day. Someone please turn on the air conditioner. I didn't do it before I came back here. I'm hot because I had a crazy time. All right, so earlier today, I had to go out and get some soap, right? And some Dove soap. How many of y'all women use Dove soap out there? Okay, I don't know why all women have to use Dove soap, but it seems like, especially in South Carolina, all women must use Dove soap. That's what all the doctors recommend for women to use, no matter whatever race, creed, or age. Dove soap is what you're supposed to use. But anyway, I had to go on my hunt for the Dove soap. Oh yeah. By the way, Shani is doing a little bit better, y'all. The Robitussin that I bought her last night is it did good for her, knocked out. So that honey Robitussin is pretty good. And also y'all need to try that vitamin C shit that we got. That 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, that was great. But anyway, so now I'm driving to the store to go get the Dove, and I hear my tire, ticking, tick, tick, tick. You know what I'm saying? So I'm pissed because I'm like, damn, I just bought the car, and I don't want, I don't really want to, go get a new tire right now. I mean, I just got my damn tires. What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? But I'm hearing the tick, tick, and I know that normally means you got a nail or something in the car. So I get to Roses. If y'all got a Roses in y'all city, let me go ahead and comment a rose emoji. Anyway, yeah, I go to Roses. And basically, if you don't know what Roses is, it's like a family dollar Walmart or some shit, or a Dollar Tree like Walmart type deal. They even got TVs and shit in there and all kind of shit, and all kind of great little handy gadgets that you're probably only going to use for a day. Um, but anyway, I go in there. First when I pull up, I get out the car and I go look at the back tire because it's on the back tire on my driver's side, and I see like this metal piece like wedged in the tire. And I remember from my van when I had took a nail out the tire went flat, and then I had problems with that, and it went flat pretty damn quick, and I didn't really have a spare at the time. So that was a hellified experience when I did that with the van. So I was like, shit, I don't want to go through that experience again with this car. So yeah, I was like, fuck. Plus, all I got is those like, them stock. I don't even know if it is a stock. What do you call it? Car jack. I'm gonna say car lifter, y'all. Please forgive me. Car jack or car lifter. And it's kind of hard because you gotta like twirl this shit at the bottom and all this other shit, and you know how you do the you gotta put the little crowbar thing in, turn it, and then pull it up and turn it so you won't scrape your knuckles on the ground. And I was like, I'm not trying to go through all that, right? So I was like, all right, I do have a spare though this time though, but I was like, no, I'm not trying to do all that. So I get in the I go to Roses, go in Roses, I go get the soap, I come back out and I drive back to the house. Now as I'm driving back to the house, I'm hearing the tick, 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 and it's fucking pissing me off because I'm like, damn, I hope the fucking tire it don't just push us in and explode or some shit like that. But then I'm also thinking to myself, maybe it's just a little wedge, because it is wedged in like the little groove thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you call them little tire, the grooves in the tires or some shit, and it's wedged like in that top, right? So anyway, I go home. I get home. I'm trying to hurry up and get to the tire place because on Saturdays in Columbia, South Carolina, things like to close fucking hella early for some reason. You know what I'm saying? So I get to the house, and my next door neighbor, he's going through something, and he needed to talk, and it's crazy because I was like, damn, I'm trying to hurry up and get to the tire place, but he seemed like he was going through something. So when I walked up to him, I was walking and I seen him. He kind of like stood over there, like right by the house, looking off, and I was just walking up to the door, and I was like, okay, well. I guess he's okay. And then I was like, yo, homie, you all right? And he was like, nah. And I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Because now I don't want to be an asshole and be going about my business and all this other shit. But I know, my homie needs, I guess a listening ear. You know what I'm saying, if you will. So, talk about his problems and everything, and told him, y'all need to calm down, whatever, and blase blah with his problems. So, I don't want to get into too much of that, you know what I mean? So as I do that, like 10 minutes goes by. I run in the house, drop off the soap. I tell Shannon, yo, I gotta go get the tire changed. So I run in the house, I grab some cash, because the tire places normally don't be having no damn debit cards, machines and shit there. You know what I'm saying? So I go and grab the bread, and I bounce over to the little tire place around the corner. So as I'm going there to the tire place around the corner, I'm fucking paranoid as shit, hearing the ticking and all this other shit. Now I'm going down the road. I see a truck moving backwards in the street. Like the truck, it's like some pickup truck, like one of them old Toyotas, like a '94 Toyota or some shit. And this motherfucker's like moving backwards in the street, like kind of fast, like in traffic, and then it hits the wall, bing, and bounces off on the wall. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then somebody that was in front of me when I was at the light, we watching all this at the light, they kind of just drive to the side, and I guess they went to go assess it. I was like, oh shit. Plus I'm trying to get to the motherfucking tire place in a timely fashion. I'm like, oh damn. But I'm like, this shit is crazy. Hope ain't nobody fucked up. So that's when I had, I rolled by it real slow. I didn't see anybody in it. And then, as I'm driving, I also tried to kind of look around a little bit. Also, I got to focus on the road too, but I'm looking around to see if I see anybody. I don't see anybody. And, normally when people jump out of cars, it'd be the police around them and shit. So I don't know what the fuck happened with that or how the hell that even happened. But, yeah, so the truck is on the little grade thing, because it was like a bridge or whatever. It's like by a highway, so it hit like the little metal thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Had all kind of like fucking equipment in the back too, like lawn equipment. It was crazy as fuck. Anyway, I get down the street, tripped out about that. I get down the street and I go to the tire place. So the tire place is about to close. You know what I'm saying? It's a bunch of crackheads, and then like, oh, we about to close. And I'm like, yo, I just need you to look at my tire real quick. I'm pretty sure I probably don't even need you to plug it. I just need you to see if this is straight or whatever. And then like, we got to close. You need to go to the house down the street. And I was like, go to the house down the street. I need a tire. You know what I'm saying? Do the house down the street sell tires? What's going on? And apparently there's a house down the street that I never knew about that sells tires. So they told me to go down the street, Farrow Road, and make a left down off of Farrow. If you know anything about Farrow, I had to go make a left over there, like I'm going towards the car wash and shit. I know y'all probably like, we don't know, motherfucker, just tell the story. But anyway, I'm just trying to relate to people who know what's up. But anyway, so I go down there, and they give me the directions to go to this house and go down to Farrow, make a left on that street by the car wash, which I can't remember right now. Anyway, so I go down there and I make a left on the street, and then I'm driving down, and they told me it's some kind of big house with a big field. You know what I'm saying? And I can't miss it because it's gonna be tires in the field. I was like, yeah, where I'm supposed to go? They was like, go down the Fair Road, make a left down there on make a left down there on that street, and you gonna see, you can't miss it. Just keep driving until you see the till you see the big house with the field and the dogs, and it's gonna be tires. I was like, okay. So I do that, go down there, and I'm driving. It doesn't take me too long, and I finally see, the house with the yard and the tires and the dogs and shit. So immediately I'm like, what the fuck? I hope all these dogs is, not deadly or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying? And hope they all got their shots, because this is fucked up. But anyway, so I pull up in the driveway, and mind you, this whole driveway is a whole fucking field. You know what I'm saying? So as I'm going through it, it's like a fucking car graveyard or some shit. I don't know. It's like a whole bunch of dead ass fucking cars on the side, and a bunch of fucking tires and shit, and chickens and all kind of shit. And it was just stupid. And I don't know why there was so many chickens on the cars. And then when I get back to the back, it's like this house, like trailer house thingy shit. I don't know. And as I'm pulling up, I see this white lady sitting there, some old white lady. She like chubby as hell, like a big old white lady. Look like, you ever seen one of them redneck horror movies? You know what I'm saying? Where the house be all old and shit. And like, they just be, they just look weird and shit with they off cream colored white shirts and shit. It was like the house looked kind of run down like that. And the lady, she was like a big white lady, and her hair was all, it was like blonde and grungy, and like she had like this dirty white t-shirt, looked like she been babysitting kids, and they was just throwing food on her. And she was sitting there on the porch. And as I pulled up to her, I noticed, I don't think she had a bra on or something. I don't know. It was disgusting, but I could see right through the shirt, and it was hard when I had pulled up anyway. But I was trying not to, it was disgusting. Anyway, so I pull up, I get out the car, you know what I'm saying, and I walk up and I say, hey, is this the place that deals with tires? I need my tire changed. So some dude, some big fat chubby white dude comes out the back, right? And well, first off, I get out the car and I say, "Hey, I need my tire change. This place change tires." She said, "Yes, it is, sweetie. Just hold on a minute." And she's like, "Ah!" So dude comes back out. Some big chubby dude comes out the back, right? You know what I'm saying? This dude looks like, he ain't never washed or nothing, just dirtied up. It was just crazy. Like one of them old big dirty mechanics. He was, big dude with a beard and shit, and then, like one of them fishing hacks with the fishing hooks in it, and he come out there like the with the wife beater. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and he's like, hey, what's going on? What's going on? And I'm like, hey, how you doing? They directed me down here to get my tire changed because, they said they were closing. He's like, all right, let me take a look at it. And I'm like, all right, and you know what I'm saying? So he walks there, waddles or whatever the fuck kind of maneuver he's doing. He walks over there, he asks me what tire is it. I tell him it's in the back, and we take a look at it. He's like, oh no. Oh, that's what I call a suicide nail right there. That's a fucking suicide nail. And I said, I ain't never heard of no motherfucker saying something about no fucking suicide nail. I ain't never heard, what the hell is a suicide nail, right? So I said, I ain't never heard of no suicide nail. He said, yeah, you see that there? That thing wedged in the side right there on the tire wall is wedged in the side right there now. That's right there, that's it's unrepairable. And I said, so it's unrepairable, huh? I'm real skeptical at this point because I'm like, dude, I done had millions of tires plugged, not millions. I've had tons of tires plugged before. I said millions and tons, like I had tons. Tires plugged before, and ain't nobody ever said nothing about the shit coming out the wall like that. Which I really never really had on the side like that, anywho. But he was like, yeah, it's not gonna, you can't do nothing with it. It's a suicide nail. And some other dude comes out, some skinny dude comes out, like an older skinny dude. He's like old as fuck. And he comes out and he's looking out there like he just co-signing the motherfucker before he even come over there and see the tire. Yeah, damn suicide nail. Hell yeah, you can't pay that. You gonna ride down the highway and you gonna pop. I was like, what? You gonna pop? What the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, this is skeptical or whatever the fuck. But I said, so what y'all suggest me to do? Buy another tire, I suppose? They're like, yeah. I said, how much another tires? $45. I said, man, you know what I'm saying? Well, right now I got 20 on me. I got to go back to the house unless I take debit. He's like, we don't take no debit. And I was like, all right. Well, I got to run back to the house. He was like, how far you study? And I was like, well, I don't stay too far. I stay, up the street. And he was like, oh, well, shit. Well, we can go ahead and take what you got now, and we can go ahead and plug her up, and you can bring the money on back round. And off that, my hustler spirit was like, okay, this is some bullshit. All right, whatever. Who the hell trusts somebody they don't fucking know? You know what I'm saying? And they just want to get the fucking 20. And then if you want the 20 like that bad, then the tire that you must be giving me must not be worth shit. I got to do my research on that and see where these motherfuckers be getting their tires from. But anyway... so he sends out another guy. This guy's obviously a tweaker or whatever the fuck, and he comes out there and he's like, Bobby, come on down here, get this tire. And he's telling me that my knees bad. I'm like, I bet your knees are bad because the way he was standing is like, you ever seen Yosemite Sam? He's standing like Yosemite Sam. Like, I didn't understand that. It was crazy. You know what I'm saying? So Bob comes out, some skinny ass dude with another hat with hooks on it. Now, apparently these are fishermen too as well. And he comes out there, he's like, what's going on, Pop? And I say, he's like, go ahead and change this boy's tire. And I was like, all right, now you talking about this boy tire. You ain't asked for my name, I got a name. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he's like, change the tire. And I was like, all right, he's gonna change the tire. So he go down there, he starts changing the tire, and I give the 20 to the chubby dude, Earl, whatever his name is, and he walks back into the garage. So the little skinny dude's down there, and he's doing this, he's fucking, changing the tire and shit. And I'm like, yeah, so you ever heard of a suicide nail and all this other shit before? He was like, hey, yeah, it's suicide nail. It's not gonna come out. It's not. I don't know what's wrong with them and their tongue. They just kept on doing this shit here. I don't know what the hell does that mean, or what drug they're on, or if because they had teeth, but he just kept on, like a snake or a lizard or something. I don't know. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? He's like, yeah, suicide nail, can't do nothing about it. So I'm like, okay, I ain't never heard no damn suicide nail. So he gets the tire off. He takes it to this little garage part, and that's why I see they got the little tire machine, which I didn't even think they would have a fucking tire machine, but apparently they got a whole tire machine and a whole thing where they can lift a whole car up and all kind of shit over there. Like these motherfuckers really do get down. But anyway, yeah. So he takes it to the tire machine, pops it up, boom, and stirs it off. So after he done got it off the rim, after he removed the tire from the rim, I say, yo, is that shit penetrating through? And he looks at me like this. He's like, and I'm like, why the hell did you just look at me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just gave you a motherfucking a new answer or some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's like, I was like, yo, what's going on? He's like, now I reckon it ain't penetrating through now. And I was like, okay. And I was like, so if it's not penetrating through, is it is it still doable? Can I still drive on it? And he's like, I mean, hey man, it's your money. Hey, it's your money right now. I'm here to do what you want me to do. I'm like, what the fuck you mean? It's my money. I'm asking for your expertise. I didn't even want you to motherfucking pop this shit off the tire. I mean, off the car, if this shit was still drivable. You understand what I'm saying? So I was like, dude, if it's not penetrating through, if we put some air back in that thing, everything gonna be straight on it. He's like, yeah, everything should be straight. I reckon ain't no air gonna come out if it's not coming through. I said, what the fuck? So I look at it again. I peeled the little hole. I'm looking at the thing again. After I don't know if I told you, I'm probably getting ahead of myself in the story. But as he stirred it off, I pulled a little piece out and I'm looking at it. And I peeled it back. All I see is a little bit of thread or whatever. So I'm like, man, this ain't shit. So I said, hey man, put this shit back on the rim and put that damn water, that soap water and shit, that dish detergent on there, and let me see if some bubbles come out that bitch. So he like, all right, man, that's what you want to do. So now he's saying this. Now the other older guy from earlier, he comes rolling the tire around. I don't know why they got that old ass man doing shit. That shit was fucked up. Appreciate the light. They got that shit was fucked up. But this old ass man come back around here and he's struggling trying to roll the damn tire. You know what I'm saying? And he finally gets, he comes up. So he gives me the he has the tire right there. And I'm looking at the old boy. I'm like, okay, so if this, as he's putting the air back in it, so the tire's popping and shit, because I told him I want to see the air, I want the air go back in it. So I'm looking at this tire, the one the old guy rolls by. I'm like, this shit looks weak as fuck. It doesn't even look like it has the deep grooves like my tire has. This shit looks stupid. It look like ashy and all kind of shit. It look ashy as hell. Look, I wanted to put some lotion on the motherfucker. It looked ashy. Then I looked at the name brand of it. My shit said like GTX, and this shit said like Banco or Bonco or some dumbass shit. I didn't even know what the fuck it was. It looked stupid as fuck. And I was just not with it. So I was just like, yo, so after we got the thing, after the shit pops on there, right, you know what I'm saying? I said, yo, put some of that soap on there. He put the soap on there. I don't see no suds. The old man, he put his head up, he said, oh, I think I see some suds right there, because see when it goes down and hit the bottom right there. And I just look at him like, bro, give it up. And then the younger dude, he was tweaking. He was just like, yeah, let's go ahead. You know what I'm saying? The old man gets close. He said, oh, my eyes ain't what they used to be. I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? He's like, oh, I guess the tire's all right then. So he sits down. So now, all right, man. So I go over, I said, yo, I go over to the lady that was on the porch, originally when I first pulled up with the nasty titties. And I said, hey, ma'am, by the way, when I come back around the corner, old girl is full blast in her nose, like straight picking it, like no care in the world, picking her nose, and I can see the dirt on her hands from where I was at. You understand what I'm saying? But as I come around the corner, I said, excuse me, she talking about something. Hey, everything straight? Everything okay? And I was like, yeah, everything fine. I just need to talk to Earl and everything. And I need to handle some business. And she's like, okay, Earl. So, she calls Earl out. Then as she turns around, I see she got fucking ear hair in her ears, so fucking thick you can see it coming out, and the bitch is blonde. And I can't believe I could see the fucking hair color coming out of her ears. That shit was disgusting as hell. But anyway, dude come back out walking like Yosemite Sam, like, what's going on? He's like, all right. He's like, I said, hey man, I don't want to get no new tire. I'm just gonna go ahead and keep the tire I got, because this shit crazy. You know what I'm saying? And where I'm from in South Carolina, a lot of people be trying to scam me and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't going for the fucking bullshit right now. I was not going for the fuckery. So he was like, all right, well, we still gonna have to charge you. And I'm like, dude, I was gonna throw you something for your time anyway. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't gonna just come out here and just be like, hey, check my shit, fuck y'all, I'm gone. I was like, no, I'm doing this. You know, I was gonna break y'all for your time at least. You know, I mean, I want you to do just let me take the hour. Hell, I could have pulled the shit off if the shit wasn't and the tire was straight. That we were straight. You understand what I'm saying? And so anyway, he's like, we gotta charge anyway. I said, well, how much you gonna charge me? $10. I said, all right. So he goes he goes back around there. Now, mind you, they don't have a cash register or some shit, even though they do got like tools and shit back here, but they don't got no cash register. So he walks over to the lady, and this lady she reaching her nasty, sweaty, dirty ass titties and pull out that damn some change and shit. Surprisingly, she had an ass of change in her titties. Anyway, it was nasty as fuck, but he counted out $10. The funny part was, I thought the nigga was gonna actually motherfucker put the money in his pocket, but what he did was he folded the money up with my 20 and he gave it back to her. She did some shit like this, talking about some, you know what I'm saying, putting it back in there. I say, ain't this a bitch? You understand? Where she would keep change at. So anyway, he walks back over there, you know, and gives me the 10. I have to count it out, you know, reluctantly. So I counted out, you know, and it was $10 in ones. And now I put it in my pocket, and I get in the car, and then I pull off. Then when I get to the end of the road, that's when I took the little water bottle. You know, I had a little water bottle in my car, and I just kind of put it on my hands and washed the hands, right? So now, coming back, I'm going back to the house, like all wigged out about that shit. And remember the truck I seen earlier, right? So as I'm pulling up, right, it's some guy, well, first off, I'm coming back up where the truck was. The truck is still on the side of the road. There's a fucking fire truck and an ambulance and all this other shit, right? So as I'm pulling up slow, because, you know, traffic got to be a little slow right now. As I'm pulling up, I'm looking to the side, and they got some old dude in some kind of hat on the floor, and he just sitting there just talking shit like, motherfucker, this, motherfucker, what the fuck? And he like some old I'm talking about, he got like a 3-piece suit on with a hat, and he just cussing motherfucker, fuck this. And I was like, I just didn't understand what the fuck was going on with that. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, and then that's when I came home, and I'm here now, and I said I had to tell y'all this damn crazy ass, weird ass story about me trying to get my tire changed or looked at. Yeah. So I guess the moral of the story is don't watch where you're driving, and don't, if they're not at a mechanic shop, then don't go to somebody's house, because their cash register might be their wife nasty titties. I think. I don't know. Anyway, I appreciate y'all so much for showing love to the channel, and I appreciate y'all so much for showing love to the music and everything like that. I appreciate the hell out of y'all being here and rocking with me. And Shani, thanks y'all so much for all of the suggestions and recipes. She's now going to make me go to the store in Walmart and find one of them little strainer things, so we can now start making all types of funky ass teas now. Now y'all done started something. Thank y'all. Now I have to try different teas each and every damn week now because of y'all. And maybe we might make an episode of it. Hybrid 803 tries different nasty ass teas that his girlfriend thinks are lovely. All right. So until next time, appreciate y'all. Ain't nothing but love. And as always, what?